Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. So, I'm expecting maybe around 10 to 12 tonight.
Okay.
Maybe not, maybe more, I never know what people do, so I
Right.
never care. I just go on with whatever, whoever,
That's right, girl.
because you just never can depend on anybody but yourself.
Life happens, LaDonna. Life happens.
Exactly. I mean, and we can't do anything about it except just go for it. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So I'm going to let in who we do have, and then we will start. And thank you for doing this for me and enjoy
Sure.
yourself. Here we
Thank
go.
you.
Hello, hello, everyone. All your smiling faces. All your smiling faces coming up. Woohoo! Yes, yes. Alyssa, Abby, Tamara, Jocelyn. Yay. And Abby, I'm going to make you co-host. That way, if I get sidetracked, because I am expecting others. All right, there we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Alyssa, I cannot wait till we get your camera figured out. I know that tech issues.
Still no luck with that.
Well, I'm going to have to connect you with Abby and see if you two can figure that out. She is my tech angel. I'm telling you, when I have an issue, I just call Abby. So
I've had the same problem before, but I don't know why it's not working. I even shut my computer down and started like she said, but we'll figure it out, I guess.
yes, you know what? Tech issues. It's got a magic button somewhere. So
Exactly. I'll figure it out. I'm bound and determined.
there you go. And then Tamara's trying to get on, it looks like, with her audio. Yes, Abby.
Alyssa, come on my Thursday night meeting at 7 p.m. and we can discuss the various options to solve your problem.
Okay, thank you.
It's a free link. I'll give you a free link if you want to come.
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Awesome.
Sure.
Awesome. Jocelyn, do you have a background for the Millionaire Marketplace? If not, I'll get you one for next time. Perfect.
I think I do. Let me check.
Okay. Anita, have I gotten you your background yet? You're muted.
I'm gonna have to check.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not
No
remembering.
Yes, no problem. No problem. All right. So let's go ahead and get the chat heated up because we want to make sure that we can reach each other without going and digging for it. Because I know if I want to talk to someone, I just want to go right away and find their information. And we want to make sure everyone is connecting. And Alyssa is newer. Anita is newer. So if everyone hasn't connected with these two ladies, make sure you are going to in the near future. And then sometimes, if it's been a while, I reconnect because guess what? Our businesses change sometimes. I know Abby's gotten a new things going on in her business. Jocelyn's got a new event coming up in her business. Tamara is getting her coaching program together right now. So things change in our businesses and we need to keep up with it so we can continue to connect, network, and collaborate when we can. So make sure you're heating up the chat with all your information. Jocelyn, please put your event dates in and the links for that. Abby, please make sure you put your Thursday night event in there. I know I've been to one or two of Abby's Thursday night events and have never walked away feeling like it was a waste of time. And I went thinking, I don't want to learn anything about tech because Abby takes care of it, but I still learned something. And Friday and Thursday nights are hard for me, but sometimes I can make it happen. So, all right. So we're going to put everything in the chat, your email, phone numbers, your Calendly links, your appointment links. If you have an event coming up, let us know. And thank you to everyone that did and was able to show up on Saturday to the event. We had a great turnout. The speakers were phenomenal. And if you missed any of it, please go back to our members page or my Facebook page or my LinkedIn. I have, not me, but my team has cut the recordings for each speaker. And you can go back and individually listen to each speaker. But today, I hope they went out today. Everyone should have gotten the recording to the full event. So yes, so that you can go ahead and it'll be on a Google Drive. So you should have gotten that in email today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. I know they were trying to get it out today. Abby, did anyone get that today that you know of? But anyway, if you didn't, you'll get it tomorrow. So, okay, perfect. All right, let's do 30 seconds around the room and tell us one thing about you and one thing about your business. Just 30 seconds or less, and we will start with Jocelyn.
Hey, hi everybody. I'm Jocelyn and I'm in Sutton, Ontario. And one thing about my business is that I encompass mind, body, soul, and spirit in my healing transformation.
Yes, awesome. Tamara, are you able to talk? We'll go to Abby.
One thing about me, I think some of you know, I'm a unicyclist. Riding the one wheel, I've been riding it for over 40 years on and off, and enjoying it. Keeps me fit, and I work off my frustration with it. There's a lot of physical effort. And something about my business, well, that's again about me. I've got tons of patience to help people with their tech issues.
Yes, she really does. And I was amazed. She never gets frustrated at me, even for the little things that she might have already told me, but I had forgotten. And then, she'll just go back over it with you. She doesn't even question your integrity or your brains. She just does it again, tells you again, explains it well. So thank you for that, Abby. Tamara, are you able to talk yet? I talked to Tamara earlier today, but she was in her car and we were able to communicate, but obviously she's having trouble. Alyssa?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead. Tell us one thing about yourself and one thing about your business, please.
One thing about myself. I think I gave them both away last night. Let me see. I have a very sarcastic personality. My sass is through the roof. And then the other side is that it's in progress.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. And one thing about your business.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I was thinking that you were saying that your sass was still in progress.
Oh, no. That's full blown. That's not in progress.
Well, I will have to revisit with you and I am going to help you figure out what you are doing in your business. How is that? I'm really good at that.
Sounds good.
So I am LaDonna and I love helping other business owners grow. I mean, that is just what I really love to do. Tamara and I right now, we're putting her model together, her coaching program. That is what I love to do, and I'm pretty darn good at it. So that's one thing about my business. The one thing about me is that my family is first. No matter what, my family is first. And, I have 2 grown independent daughters. And if one of them called me right now and needed me, okay. Abby, take over. Abby, take over. So Anita, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor for the next 20-ish minutes.
Okay, thank you.
25-ish minutes. I'm sorry, 25-ish minutes.
Okay, and we'll do the ish.
Okay.
I'll start by saying one thing about me. When you said family, I was going to lead anyway. I'm a grandmother of 7. So, ranging from 6 months to 10 years. So there's a lot of them in that little range. And one thing about my business is I am passionate about helping people heal. And like Jocelyn, I look at it holistically as a mind, body, spirit thing that's all interconnected. And we'll talk more about that tonight. So I am delighted to be here with y'all tonight. It's an honor. It's really an honor and a privilege to be able to talk to you tonight. I want to start though by asking you a couple of questions. And I want you to answer them honestly in your heart of hearts. I don't need to know your answers, but I think you do, okay? So have you ever felt like you just can't earn enough money? Are you stuck in a financial rut despite your hard work, your dedication to your business, and in spite of all the mindset work you're doing? Have you ever felt financial stress and anxiety as a small business owner, and it affected your physical health or emotional well-being? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. Far from it. I certainly have felt this way. You might be wondering, this woman's a health coach. Why is she talking to me about money issues? That's a great question. And here's why. Your relationship with money can be a huge stressor. And I've seen what persistent stress can do to the body and to your health. Negative stress over time has a significant and deleterious effect on your health and well-being. And I've been there. Without your health, what's the saying? A person who has their health has many wishes, and a person who doesn't have their health has just one wish. So today, I'm very grateful for the deep understanding I now have about underlying stress in the body and how that stress, which is sometimes subconscious, or even if it's in your conscious, it's ignored, can create significant health issues. And I'm also grateful for the healing I've done in my body and in my relationship with money. That wasn't always the case. There was a time when persistent anxiety about my financial situation created such underlying and subconscious stress in my life. Even though consciously I was doing mindset work, diligently working on my law of attraction work. But that anxiety that was underneath contributed to significant health issues for me. You see, my husband, who's now deceased, was hit with a catastrophic illness that took away his ability to work. And in addition, his medical expenses were astronomical. We don't even want to talk about the pharmaceutical industry. All of our income was on me almost overnight, and that produced persistent anxiety about money. Even though I was doing everything I knew how to do and remaining positive, what I found out is mixed in with that anxiety were also feelings of guilt and inadequacy about not being able to create the financial success I was working toward. Even though I wasn't consciously aware of it, this was affecting me. I was working so hard on my mindset. I was working hard in my job, and I was starting a new business. And all this relentless working so hard thing that I was doing, well, it led to exhaustion and burnout, a total physical burnout, including a cancer diagnosis for me. That was my turning point. I had to make a choice. Obviously, what I had been doing was not working. And initially, I didn't understand why it wasn't. But what I did know is that healing begins within. So I went inward and deeper than I'd ever gone before. I knew that my priority had to be healing myself. My 3 kids depended on me, and I had a husband to take care of. I focused a lot on physical self-care, what I call extreme self-care, including stress reduction. And I turned to meditation initially as a vehicle in which to go deeper. And then I learned EFT, or emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping. And both meditation and tapping allow you to tap into your subconscious. And what I came to realize is that even when we are doing our work, so to speak, much of what we're feeling and the vibrations that we're sending out is subconscious. Our subconscious also affects us physically. So for example, it can trigger our fight or flight response. I'm sure you've heard of that. It's our stress response. And that constant triggering of that stress response is what affects your health and well-being. Understanding that and being able to shut it off and tap into the relaxation response allows us to heal physically and emotionally. So that's what I did. Step by step, one realization at the time, in my body and my money. And for the record, by the time I got to surgery, they didn't find any cancer. So the power of healing is very strong, but I would say it's also that way in your money. And what's possible in my life now is incredible. I believe that everything happens to us for a reason. And as Tony Robbins says, life happens for us, not to us. So the healing that I've experienced in my life is why I'm so passionate about helping others heal, and not only physically, but in their money as well. So I invite you to think about what can be possible in your life. Are you open to exploring the possibility that healing your relationship with money could be the catalyst for achieving the money you desire in your business and life? So here's what I'd like to cover tonight. I'd like to take a brief look at how our beliefs and feelings about money not only impact our thoughts, but our entire nervous system. I'll also share with you the 5 types of money and why each is important. And then I'll give you 3 things that you can do to delve deeper into your own hidden, if it were, beliefs and feelings about money, so you have strategies to deal with it. So first, our feelings and beliefs about money not only impact our thoughts, but our entire nervous system, right? Mindset work is essential. I believe in it. A lot of the presenters Saturday talked about it. I think Saturday was great. Want to thank LaDonna for pulling all that together. My neighborhood and the power and the internet were issues, but we still got past some of that too. So mindset work is essential. And we know from law of attraction that what we think about, we bring about, what we vibrate, we create. But what we vibrate is not just our minds. It's a mind-body phenomena. We are mind-body beings. Vibrations and feeling aren't just up here. There's a physical component to it. We are electromagnetic, biochemical, vibrating miracles. And while thoughts are things, those thoughts start with a belief. And those beliefs that we hold are wired or rooted in our nervous system. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Most of those beliefs are in our subconscious, though. Think iceberg. And for visual learners, and I'm hoping this is mirrored in a way you can see it. When you think of the iceberg, our conscious minds are up here. Our subconscious is down here. And what research shows is that 85% of our thoughts are subconscious. Only 15% are conscious. So that most of our beliefs are sort of hidden to us, as it were, because they are subconscious. We can only think ourselves, in terms of our conscious mind, so far. without delving into the subconscious to deal with those hidden and buried thoughts and beliefs and feelings that are running our nervous system. And when I say nervous system, what I'm talking about as an example is if we have a belief that there's some kind of danger, that there's some kind of hidden fear in that belief, that hidden belief will trigger our nervous system response, that fight, flight, freeze response. It is a built-in mechanism, and it's meant to keep us alive. The saber-toothed tiger is chasing us. We either run or fight them or hide and freeze. But it responds to subconscious thoughts as well as conscious thoughts. So when triggered, it causes our body to pump out chemicals like adrenaline, cortisol, which put our bodies on high alert. It puts our muscles, our lungs on high alert so we can run or fight. It decreases your blood flow and energy that goes to the part of your brain that problem solves, though. So it physically decreases your ability to be creative and problem solve. And when you're in a fear response, especially around money, shutting down opportunities to be creative because we have this fear going on, and we might not even be conscious of what that fear is. Okay. It affects your health. We have to release that fear. And as we do, we can trigger what's called a relaxation response. In technical terms, it's your parasympathetic nervous system, but it actually secretes chemicals that are healing. So mindset work can't just be a conscious focus. Our strongest vibrations come from our subconscious. So if you're visualizing $1 million, which is a great thing to visualize, but deep down you have a subconscious belief that you don't deserve it, it's going to get in your way of manifesting it. Most beliefs that are set in our subconscious are done in childhood. It happens to all of us. You end up accumulating blocks in childhood, and they come in all sizes and flavors, and they're not based on logic or reason. It can be hard to know how to go about releasing them. What I have found is that tapping is the most effective mind-body technique that allows you to access your subconscious mind and physically release those blocks. And yes, it takes work, and you have to look within for answers with any technique you use. And sometimes you have to face some old painful memories, but the rewards are great. In some, negative emotions, often unconscious, block your ability to attract a positive outcome. You can't just think what you desire to manifest. Your whole vibration has to match it. And releasing those negative emotions is important. And I'll talk about some ways to do that in a minute after we discuss the 5 types of money and what kinds of negative emotions they can trigger. And I'm saying money, I'm not saying abundance or prosperity, because words like abundance and prosperity, those are general. They're broad concepts. We use them a lot, but when we say money, we are getting very specific. And there's 5 types or categories of money, each of which elicits its own set of feelings and beliefs, and each of which reveals a whole set of programming that we've gotten from childhood. So let me run through those. The first type is income, or your earned money. The second type is your savings. The third is debt. The fourth are income goals, and those could also be business or personal income goals. And the fifth one's toxic money. Now, income represents our survival, basically, right? It represents a level at which you value your time, energy, training, experience. The key to your income level is your belief in your personal worth and the value of what you do or give. Savings triggers a different set of feelings or emotions. It represents a safety net and can evoke feelings of loss or feeling unsupported. And we can be good in one and have fears in the other. Okay, so just putting that out there as you're thinking about it. Debt can have a lot of damaging emotional power because it can tap into or trigger some subconscious old memories of shame or feeling like you're not good enough. It can trigger a lot of negative self-talk and beliefs. And this all comes out of work with people on their finances, by the way. Income goals is setting a goal for income. As I said, it could be personal or your business. It's a whole nother set, and it matches a bunch of inner beliefs about your value. And then toxic money. Not everybody has that category of money, but if you do, it's really disempowering. It's related to being in battle over money. It might be tied to a bitter divorce and some kind of fight about alimony or child support. It might be related to family ties and obligations. It could be related to being bullied for money or trapped in some kind of situation where you are dependent on another for money. So clearly understanding what emotions and beliefs each type of money triggers in you is critical in making changes to your financial picture. When you're aware of the emotions that you have and recognize your specific blocks, you can begin to clear them and achieve great results. Clearing specific blocks in those categories of money will completely shift what you can create and attract in your financial picture. Now, here are some things that you can do to release negative emotions. Now that I told you, you probably have a bunch of them. What are you going to do about it? I don't want to leave you hanging there. I think one of the first things you can do, if you're open to it, is go into meditation. When you're in a meditative state, it puts your brain waves, literally puts your brain waves in different hertz, which is a technical term, but there are different brain waves and you shift that pattern. It allows you more access into your subconscious. If you have never meditated or need to know how, there are tons of YouTube videos that can help you do that. There's great meditative music they have, step-by-step walking you through, guided meditations. It is a way to access a part of you that you normally don't think about. It's a matter of quieting down and shifting your brain waves to allow more access. You can also pair that with visualization, and that can be a very, very powerful tool. And we're not talking about sitting there going for an hour, which is fine. I mean, if you want to do that, that's great. But, spend 10 minutes. And most of us can find 10 minutes if we're going to do some of our inner work. So that is a great practice for delving into your feelings or more hidden sort of beliefs that you have, and slowly come up. In my personal meditation, I've never had a tablet with them on it handed to me, but they will bubble up and I'll get an idea and I'll reflect on that. So I find it a powerful tool. Another tool you can use is journaling. I would suggest with pen and paper. It taps on a neural network that is different than typing on your computer. Although I know a lot of people that journal by their iPads or computers. I find the neural networks that are triggered by pen and paper work better. Do you, boo? Okay, so it has to work for you. When you journal and you're writing, things come out sometimes. So just journal away. Ask yourself in writing, what is this block? Keep going, write through it, push through it, and you'll find that things do come up. So that is another really effective tool. And there are lots of, I like pretty journals. Do I have, here's one of mine. I have to get in the camera there. So there don't have to be expensive. It could even be just notepad, whatever it is that helps you get it out. That is a powerful technique. to get to some deeper hidden beliefs and feelings. And I write myself very specific questions, like, what is this block? Talk to yourself, and you'll find that that's helpful. And the third technique, which I personally find is the most powerful, is emotional freedom technique, tapping. It is a matter of either tapping on or rubbing acupuncture points that help release energy in your body. And that is another very powerful tool. Now, there are tapping videos. There are tapping videos on wealth. There's tapping videos on money blocks. There are things that you can use if you don't inherently know tapping. But it's another way that accesses that subconscious to where it can bubble up, and is an effective technique to sort of revealing to yourself what is not readily apparent when you're trying to pull it up to mind. Okay, so there may be other techniques. Those are the three that I find doable and effective that you could use. So in summary, addressing the emotional and physical feelings surrounding money is crucial for the overall health and well-being of small business owners. And that's how money ties to health, and why I'm passionate about that as well. And as I wrap up, I'd like to share a client story with you. I'd like to tell you about Bob. Bob is a CPA. When he came to me, what he reported was that he was great with other people's money, but he never had enough money for himself or his family. And although his, what I'll call specialty, was that as an auditor, he never tracked his own money. He didn't have money goals, and he didn't save any money. Moreover, he had a toxic money relationship with his father. Now, these money blocks affected not only his health, but his relationships too, and that's what drove him to seek out coaching. He had largely ignored his money issues until his wife threatened to leave it. And that sort of was his wake-up call. So he decided to address his issues and came for coaching. Little by little, he worked through each of the 5 types of money, and his subconscious beliefs formed in his childhood. And it was difficult for him at times, especially around that toxic relationship with his dad, but he persisted. And over time, he worked through and cleared his blocks, and even resolved some of the issues with his father before his father passed. His health greatly improved, and so did his relationship with his wife and family. And Bob reported that he felt relieved and empowered. So I think he's an example of how powerful this work can be, and what a difference it can make, not only in your money and financial picture, but in all aspects of your life. So I have a final question for you. Do you feel as if you need healing in your money? And if you do, I'll talk about an offer when it's time for that, because I'm offering a 3-month, 6-phase transformational coaching package to deal with this. So I'm certainly open to entertain any questions.
That was awesome. I learned something I did not realize, and I've heard about money blocks and how it affects, but I've never really had it broken down to me like that. So that was good. Who has questions or comments? Unmute. And Tamara?
Okay, so I have a question about tapping. Is tapping and anchoring kind of the same thing, or which one is better?
Anchoring, I'm not familiar with the technique. Okay. Tapping helps you not only tap into your subconscious, but it helps you bring up feelings and emotions that you usually suppress. Because when we have things we don't like, we don't want to feel them. Why do you want to feel them? I got things to do. I don't have time to be upset. That's me. I got to deal with this. I get on with it. And I'm not one of those people who emotes a lot. So what you do when you do that, though, is push it down, and it doesn't allow things to come up and get released. And tapping will help you do that, to where you can clear things and have much better ability to think more clearly, more creatively, and release some of that subconscious crap. Sorry, but that's kind of what it is. So it's why they call it emotional freedom technique. You can tap in good stuff, though. So if you've released these upsetting emotions, you can also tap in more calming ones to yourself. So
I know that we did a tapping session. It's been a while back, and I don't even remember who did it, but we did a tapping session, and the only one I remember was this one. And I know, like, when I get really stressed out and my heart starts racing, or I'll just tap here, and it really does help. I thought it was crazy when they had us doing it, but it really helps, Anita.
It looks weird. I mean, well, for somebody, it looks weird at first, right? You're like, huh? But this is your governing meridian. And when you just tap on it, it calms you down. It does. I mean, you don't have to. Tapping has a lot of different sequences, different points, and you can say things with it that it's all part of it. But when you are like super stressed, I do it in traffic.
Yes. Yeah, it calms me down. If I get upset with my husband,
it's just like it calms you
or
down. You can do it on the phone, and people, if you're not video calling, they'll know you're tapping. I know finger points to tap you can do under the table if you're at a conference table and you need to calm down. Been there, done that. So it's a great technique for reducing the fight or flight. It is well documented, well journal studied, researched, that they use it for PTSD. And it has significant dramatic effects to lower your cortisol, your adrenaline, and to get at things like that. So it's a great, great technique. But I don't want to offer it as the only one, right?
That's awesome.
So
Right. That's awesome.
I find it very powerful, though.
Yes. And Abby, what do you have any questions or comments, please?
Well, I dealt with the topic of tapping in the past, and but I obviously wasn't very open to it at the time. It's something I need to refresh myself on. And you brought that up as a reminder that I've got to look into it a bit more. I wish I known about this one when I was truck driving. Because of all the bad drivers out there. But questions? None.
Abby, you made a good point about the tapping. I think we all need to learn more about that. But the meditation, I've never really done that, but so many people I hear meditate that it truly helps everything. It does. Physically, mentally, it just helps everything. And so yes, and it seems like the more that I become in my golden years, the shorter my patience gets with ignorance and rude people. So, I'm sorry, it just does. I'm like, okay, calm down. Calm down. This is the only one I remember out of the entire session we had. And it has been so great for me, though. So great. So, yes. Jocelyn.
This was like a really good refresher, right? A lot of those key points that you hit on talking, I was like, oh, yes. I'm like, okay, needed to hear those things today, right? Just to remind me, okay, like, not to stress, right? Or to, reevaluate my relationship with money as well, right? Because a lot of us don't see it as a relationship, right? And how we interact with people is similar, right? It's energy. So if we have a repelling, if we're all uptight about it, if we cringe, then money is not going to come to us. It's going to have that effect. It's like, oh, I can't go there, so it's going to go elsewhere, right? And I do the tapping, right? And we had the conversation about introducing it to my son, right? So it's slowly bringing that about for him too, to help calm him down when he gets so rigid. So yeah, no, it was a really, really good refresher. Needed to hear a lot of that today, which was really good.
That's nice. I'm glad you said that, Jocelyn, because I was thinking, okay, how much of this does Jocelyn already do or has done or, been there, done that? So Alyssa, any comments or questions?
Yeah, I actually have a comment. So, I mean, I know that both options are very good. I know that meditation doesn't necessarily always work for everybody, just from what I've heard. And honestly, I have to say the same for myself. Unless you've gotten really, really good at it, I could be alone in that. But the tapping definitely helps, especially if you do it consistently. And there are certain areas like above your eyebrows, like on your chin, things like that. But yeah, I can attest to all of that. I think it's person to person and how much effort you put into it, intentional you are, you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And you touched on journaling, and I feel like I journal all day long because I take notes on everything in my notepad, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping good notes, and when I'm talking to someone that I will remember what Tamara needs, I'll remember what Jocelyn needs, I'll remember what Anita talks about, I'll remember what Abby asked me, and I write it down, and I feel like I'm journaling, which is, I know it's really not journaling because I don't have any feelings going on that. But one thing I've been hearing about, blogging is really, really popular in today's time. It's as popular now as it was when it first started many years ago. And I will say I've started blogging every day since November 1st about being thankful for what I have in my life. That's how I started it. And it really has done me some good. Now, again, to me, now if a journalist would say something different and a famous blogger would say, it's kind of the same thing to me. But I know these experts would say it's not the same. But at least I'm getting some feeling out on paper. I am doing it on paper. And then I'll do it in my blog because I am going to attach it to my website, but then I will put it on a PowerPoint. But I think better and remember better if I write it.
Yeah, and journaling, gratitude journaling is very important too. And if that's what you're doing and you're putting it out there, you are journaling in your way, right? So those are just techniques that help you get to the bottom of that. I think gratitude journaling is very, very powerful.
I just feel like a lot of times we have so much stress around us that we forget to stop and be thankful for what we do have and stop thinking about what we don't have and just savor the flavor of today, I guess. It's just, I know, and I do it. So I think in my mind, if I do it, everyone's done it. If they're not doing it today, they have done it or they will do it because, I have a roof over my head. I don't fear for that. I have food in my mouth. I don't fear for that. So I should be thankful because some people don't have that, so I just go with, I'm really starting to think on my level that we need to savor the flavor of today sometimes.
That was my post tonight on gratitude.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And I really thought to myself, how am I going to start blogging? Because every class I take, every time I go to an event, it's about blog. And it's not a blogging event, but they're saying it's so popular right now. People are searching to read blogs. So I don't want to be left out in the dark. So I thought if I'm going to blog, it's going to have to be something close and near to my heart and my mind and being, or I'm not going to do it. So that's how I'm starting mine. We'll see where it goes. You know, we'll see, but yes. And it has helped. It has helped get some issues out of my soul. And it's, you know, and I need that sometimes. So yes, it's anyway, Anita, I wanted to say, I know it's not journaling, but it is kind of in my way I'm doing it. And
It's a form of journaling.
Yes, and it has helped. So yes. Anything else that anybody has to say? Okay, so we finished our speaking part of tonight a little early, and that's okay. Believe it or not, we had 16 register for tonight, and as you can see, here we are. You just never know what comes up at the last hour, the last 30 minutes, or even maybe the last minute. So we do record these sessions, and they're all into the member page. And Anita and Alyssa, if you haven't been invited into the page yet, please go request to be in the page. It's called Networking Expert and Millionaire Marketplace on Facebook, because we do put all the recordings in there. We are going to go ahead and go into the marketplace. And what we do in the marketplace is you have 2 minutes to do a pitch and an offer, just one offer. If you have more than one offer, if we have time, we'll come back around and do a second offer. But I asked just for one offer because during this time, this is a time for you to be in a safe place, in a safe zone, with no one judging of how you're pitching. Pitching, the only way you get good at it is doing it more often and more often and more often, and then you'll change it to make it your own no matter what, and depending on what your offer is going to be. Now, some of you may say, because I know Anita and Alyssa's new, even Tamara hasn't been to a lot of the marketplaces, I don't think, is that you get to pitch about what you want. If you have a bundle, do a bundle. It can be a coaching bundle. It can be a ticket to a next event. It can be a discount. I don't know what Abby's pitching tonight, but sometimes she pitches on a discount for her services, or it may be to her event, which is usually, I think, like $10. Sometimes she does it for free, just giving examples. Don't know what she's pitching tonight. So yes, it can be anything that you want to let people know about. So with that said, we are going to go ahead and start with Abby tonight. Abby, the floor is yours. Come on down, my friend.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to get my note handy. So, like I was saying, I wasn't prepared to be the first.
Oh, but you should always be prepared, Miss Abby. You know it. Come on, you got this.
Okay, I got it. What would happen if your computer crashed right now, and how would it affect your business? I'm sure it would not be pleasant. I'm Abby, your computer angel. I'm flying in from tech heaven to give your computer more life and protection. I love to turn people's computer frowns into smiles. It is also my pleasure to increase the performance of your computer and the level of protection that you can afford. So bring your computer problems overwhelming you and book a tech call, and I'll fly in to help you. My most popular plan is my monthly professional plan, where I come into your computer for a half hour-ish once a month and give it a tune-up of sorts. Basically clean it up and get it running, get the performance back up. And it also prevents your computer from crashing. And typically, in the past, I've offered 5% discount on my yearly services. Just to simplify things, I'm going to call it $30 off any of my yearly fees on my services page. Would you like to accept my offer? Thank you very much.
Awesome. And Abby, what do you want your hashtag to be, please?
Angel.
Okay. At hashtag Angel, if you want to take Abby up on her offer, or if you want to meet with her to discuss it farther. And Abby, you're going to put all this information in the chat. And if you hashtag her, please put how to contact you, phone number, email, an appointment link, however, so she doesn't have to go search you down. So Abby, please put that in the chat. I'm going to start off by saying I do have Abby's service, and it's been the best money I have spent because I no longer have to ask Big Daddy to do it for me, clean the cookies and do the defragging and all that. And you know what? He doesn't even ask me anymore because he knows Abby does it for me every month. And if I need Abby beforehand, then I know she's there as well to do even more outside my plan. But she has caught a hacker in my system. I didn't even know it'd been there. Took my laptop to a hotel, came back. It was time for our monthly maintenance. And it's just wonderful. And she does so much more than what I ever expected. So it's been great. Any questions for Abby or comments for Abby? Alyssa, I am sure she's going to figure out this camera issue. I know it. So just give her a chance. All right. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and move to Jocelyn.
Hi. All right. How would it be to experience healing without the need to relive your trauma? As it's not about discussing it for hours, but acknowledging and finding your path to recovery. Your journey to healing begins with recognizing your truth, and that's where the transformation unfolds. Have you ever had those things that just keep popping up over and over? And it's like that repeating pattern, and you just can't seem to figure out what's going on that keeps it going? Well, that's where I come in. I can help you dive a little bit deeper and get to the root of what's really running underneath there that keeps that pattern keep unfolding. So what I'm offering today is a free discovery call. Just an inspirational call, get together, come with that problem that just seems to keep on coming and see, we can unpack it and see what's really running underneath and move it and shift it and clear it so that you can move forward with what you're wanting to accomplish in your life. So if you're interested in just getting together on a call, it's 1 hour free, just to unpack what's going on and hopefully to clear and make you go for the holidays, whatever's coming up, that last minute goal that you want to put some energy into. So
Awesome.
hashtag inspiration, I guess, or something like that.
Yes.
Would be good. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Hashtag inspiration.
There you go.
So Jocelyn, make sure you put that in the comment
I will
with your email and what you're offering for your appointment. I would go ahead and put that appointment link in.
Yes.
If you have one, so that
I do.
you can go right ahead and make that appointment right now, because that's what tonight is about. It's the marketplace. Buy what you want now, book your appointment now, get your ticket now, whatever it is. All right. So does anyone have any questions for Jocelyn? Okay. No one has any questions for Jocelyn. Next, I'm going to go to Tamra. Go ahead and unmute, Tamra. You got this. You can do it.
Okay, everybody. I provide purpose, motivation, and direction for restarting your life. And mostly I work with veterans and transitioning military soldiers, getting out of the military. But I will offer a free consultation. If you guys would like to call me, and we will focus on restarting you.
Her-
So
Go ahead.
that's all I have right now.
Okay. You have improved so much. We were in the beginnings and she's doing so well. So Tamra, when we do this discovery call, you'll just discuss what our needs are, and then we'll set that next appointment to get
Yes.
started if we decide to, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Yes,
Let's
absolutely.
do the
That's
first
awesome.
discovery.
Yes.
Let's find our purpose first, and then we'll do the rest.
Perfect. I love that. Find our purpose first. So what would your hashtag be? Purpose?
Absolutely.
Okay, hashtag purpose. And
Yes.
Tamra, if you will, go ahead and put that hashtag in the comments, in the chat, and also go ahead and put your appointment link there so that anyone that hasn't already connected with you, even if it's not for this reason, if you've never reached out to Tamra and gotten to know Tamra, please connect with her. That's what this is about, is connecting. Any questions for Tamra? She does help military veterans because she is a military veteran. She is an Army vet. So she knows how it is to be in the military for what, did you tell me, 17 years? And getting out of the service, where do you go? Where do you start? What job do I want? Do I want to go get education? Do I already have education? Where, how is my benefits dispersed? Where is the VA at? What do they do for things like that? But if she can help restart a veteran, she can help restart anyone. Okay. So reach out to her. Maybe it's a little something, or maybe it's a big something. It doesn't matter. Reach out to her. So go ahead and put your information in the chat, Tamra, and then we're going to go to Anita.
Okay. I am offering a 3-month coaching package called Liberate Yourself from Hidden Money Blocks and Transform Your Wealth Picture. It's a comprehensive 3-month program where I will guide you step by step in uncovering and then releasing 6 major aspects of subconscious programming that secretly limits your earnings, your confidence, and your wealth. This is about you feeling free to be the most powerful, on fire version of yourself to earn and create more wealth without limits. In it, you get 8 coaching sessions, recordings of all those sessions, and access to email support as needed. I'd be honored to work with you. I promise to bring my best to every session. And I'm going to post in the link or in the chat, hashtag Liberate. Invite you to get on my calendar for a free 30-minute discussion about that program and how that might be a great fit for you. And let me do that now.
Awesome. All right. So it's, what was the hashtag again?
Hashtag Liberate.
Liberate. Hashtag Liberate. So if you have, if you're interested in her program, or if you've never reached out to Anita and gotten to know her a little better, please hashtag Liberate. And if you are, what she's got her link in there, just go ahead and make that appointment. That way you don't forget to make these appointments, guys, please. Alyssa, come on down. Oh, I'm sorry. Does anyone have questions or comments for Anita first? Okay, perfect. Okay, Alyssa, come on down.
Yes. Honestly, I really don't think that I have anything in regard for this one at the moment. I had mentioned to you, I don't know where everybody's located. I had mentioned to you about the candles in the past. For those that don't know, I do sell like clean burning, non-toxic candles, but it's not really like, that's really the only thing that I would have to contribute to this part of the conversation. So
Do you ship your candles? I
I
forgot.
can. Yes,
Okay.
I can. Yes.
And how much are your candles?
They are, well, there are different deals, but one goes for $24. And then I mean, if let me just put it this way, if you are interested, just message me. I will actually put the website in the chat, but if you are interested, just message me or email me or something like that and let me know. I'll do it that way. How does that sound?
Beautiful. And you know what? For one, I live with 3 dogs. I love candles. I love anything that can make this house smell beautiful at all times. Because no matter how clean they are, no matter how much I groom them or brush them, outdoors smells like outdoors. When it rains, it really smells like rain, you know? So yes. And I know, I just know. So yes. So Candles by Alyssa, and that's wonderful. Thank you, Alyssa. So let's do hashtag candle also with Alyssa. And because I know that I would be interested in it. Look, guys, this is the way I feel about buying from others, having each other for clients, selling to others, going to each other's. If I'm going to buy candles from someone, why not buy candles from someone that supports me, that comes to my events, that we go to events together? I don't care if I already have a candle person I buy from. I know I can go down to the street to Walmart, Target, to any grocery store and buy a candle. But they don't support me. They don't come to my meetings. They don't. You support each other. That's the way it is. So yes, Tamara, you're right. I got your back if you have mine. Exactly.
LaDonna, oh, sorry.
Yes, Alyssa, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add just a quick thing. So you had mentioned like you could go to a store or whatever. I hear that a lot, but the difference in these is that like a typical candle that you're gonna buy at a store is what, say $32 for a Yankee candle, which a lot of people tell me. But the difference is the quality that you're getting here, and you're not breathing in or getting crap into your environment. So you won't know it until you do it yourself. But that's the unique aspect of these, and that's why they've been around for so long, is because they have no soot when they're done burning, so it doesn't get on your walls, it doesn't get into your lungs. So I just wanted to add that, because that's why it's not just a regular candle. Like that's why they've succeeded, because of their unique quality. So yeah.
Beautiful. I love that, Alyssa. Thank you for adding that, because I have bought candles and spent a lot of money on candles because they smell so good. And then they get that black stuff all around the candle, the glass. And I'm like, okay, if it's doing that to that glass, what's it doing to my room, to my environment, to, my nose that's already, smelling so much and having so much allergies right now. So yes, that's a good point. So yes. Okay. With that said, did everyone go? I think everyone's went. So during the event on Saturday, I gave out a still of a deal, half price speaker packet. I'm still have that going on until the end of the week. So next year for 2024 for my events, I have 5 events scheduled, big events, all day workshops. In this package, you will get 2 of the large events that you will choose which dates you want to speak at. That will be included in this, plus the holiday event in December. And you'll get the free 1-year membership that you're in right now. You'll get that added in there. It's normally like $997 for that value. I'm doing it for $497 right now. So for $497 now, my 30-minute spots for you to speak, to be a keynote speaker, it runs $250. So you can see the value of this. You're getting 3 of those and your membership, which is right at like $300 a year, a little less than that. So yes, you're getting it at half price, $497. And I'm already filling those speaker spots. So if you are interested, hashtag speaker, we will talk about it. If whatever you need to make it happen, get in on that deal. That's a still of a deal, and I'm only doing that through the end of this week. I went ahead and extended it. Plus, it also includes a 1-hour strategy call, working strategy call. So that right there, you know, in itself, that's not even included in the half price. I just threw that in as a bonus. So hashtag, what did I say? Workshop? No, speaker. Hashtag speaker. So if you're interested in that, please just give me a hashtag speaker and I'll get back with you on that. Or you can go ahead and book a call with me, which is up in the chat just a little bit farther up. Oh, you know what? I may still have it. There you go. Look at that. Okay, so we do have time for a second offer. We will be done early tonight, which is fine because that gives us time to go over into the membership group and post your pitch, what your deal is, what your offer is, so that everyone else can take you up on it if you want. That's in our membership, okay? So we are going to start with Abby. Do you have a second?
Yes. Normally, one update for you, LaDonna. I charge $15 Canadian plus tax for my digital desires. That's every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Everyone on here is welcome for free. I've already given the link to Alyssa, and whoever wants it, just ask for it and I'll give it to you. Thank you.
And I'm telling you, even if you don't think that you need to, you don't go with a question for Abby, you will find some answers that you go, oh, I did not know that, because she doesn't always talk about why your computer wants to crash. I've heard her talk about phones. I've heard her talk about spreadsheets, I think one time. I mean, it's been different things. So yes, I think we lost Alyssa. So with that, does anybody have questions on that? Okay, so get with Abby if you want to attend Thursday night, and she will let you come for free. And we will go to Jocelyn.
All right. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I am also a Karuna Reiki master, and I also offer certifications. So tonight I'd like to offer, I don't know if everybody here has experienced a Reiki healing or even like a chakra balancing, that type of thing. So I am offering a guided chakra alignment. So it's basically about 20 minutes to half an hour. It's the same link. You can just book a quick call with me. We'll do about 20 minutes, half an hour, and we'll realign you. And yeah, clear any blockages that might be lingering, any negative energy, and we'll clear it out. So if anybody wants to take me up on a hashtag Reiki, it's the same link. I'll just put that there. It's for chakra clearing.
Okay, and is there a fee for this?
You know what? No, just a
Okay.
testimonial. If you guys want to write me a testimonial, right?
course.
In that moment, yeah, I'm good with that.
Testimonials are key.
Right.
And Jocelyn, if you can get people to do video testimonials,
Yes.
they're even better.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we need to do that for each other. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to do a hashtag Reiki. And then we're going to go to Anita.
I always welcome people to book on my calendar, same link, to discuss any physical health issue they have. And be glad to spend that 30-minute discovery call, finding ways that might help you approach a natural approach. So that just would be, I guess,
Awesome.
hashtag healing strategy.
Okay, hashtag healing strategy. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. And go ahead and put that in the chat, Anita. And does anyone have questions for Anita? All right. Okay, we're going to go to Tamara. Do you have a second?
I don't have anything else to offer right now.
Okay, we're
Um,
going to work on that. We'll get there.
Yes, I will keep working on it, but I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Everyone doesn't always have a second offer. So everyone's went. So my second offer for tonight is going to be, sorry, I thought I had my book here, but I don't. So here is my the Cinderella monologues. I am one of 22 speakers. The inspiring true stories from women who overcome adversity to thriving. And it is a paperback. It's beautiful. I will sign it. It will come from me because I have them in stock. And I will do it for $20, and that will include shipping. So hashtag book, $20, and it includes shipping. So this is another steal of a deal. And you will see that it does have, there's 22 different authors in this book. And it is stories that human beings, women, they're all women like myself that have overcome some type of adversity, and they're all different kinds. So, and the good thing is you don't have to read 22 different books because their chapters are in here. So, all right. Thank you so much. Hashtag book. And I'm going to do that for $20. It will be signed and it includes shipping. I have to write it down so I don't forget. All right, there you go. All right, does anyone have any questions? All right, so please go over to the, take a screenshot of yourself or all of us, whatever. I wish we would have got it before Marilyn and Alyssa left, but you know, I don't think of everything off the top. I always think of it at the end. If you don't know, go ahead and save the chat, the 3 little dots at the bottom of the chat, click that, it'll come up, save chat. It'll save either on your computer or cloud where you want it. And take that screenshot and go to your social media and tell people what you've learned tonight, what you've liked about tonight, what you've loved about tonight, whatever it is. Let people know about the Millionaire Marketplace. Let them know about your deals, what your offers are. And go over to the members page. You did 2 offers, do 2 different posts. Okay, don't put them together because then they think it's all together for one price or one call. We want to, and like do it and then wait 10 minutes and come back and do another post. That way it gives maybe somebody else time to post their deals. But do that tonight, please. And then on Friday morning, if you haven't already seen it in your email, we have coffee time on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. That's 9 a.m. Eastern. And it's for 1 hour. And I'm going to ask you to bring your favorite pitch. I want to talk about pitching more. I want us to practice pitching. I want us to really deep dive into how our pitch should be put together, because pitching is changing. They want to know more about you and less about your product when they first hear about you. They want to hear about Anita. Anita is human. She has a human life, not just a sales life. Same thing with Abby. They want to hear she's a tech, but they want to hear she's married. She lives in Canada. She has a dog. See, I know that about Abby because I've heard her talk about it. You know, I know Jocelyn has a son. She has a daughter. She's married. She has her own business. She spends a lot of time at schools with struggles with her children. People want to relate. People want to relate because guess what? Jocelyn's not the only mom that has those struggles. Tamara is raising a granddaughter on her own, a preteen on top of that. Girl, you know, she's got the mouth going, the back talking. I bet she's slamming those doors. I've raised 2 daughters. I've been there, done that. I helped with a granddaughter, been there, done that. So yes, I'm still learning about Anita, but I know that she lost her husband. I know that she's, you know, has her business going. She's had some struggles and she's overcame those struggles. I know that by what she has said in her conversation, but we need to dive deeper. So we're going to have coffee time. Bring your favorite coffee cup or tea cup and let's dive deep into pitching. And I will send, of course, messages out reminding you of that. And it's always, Anita, it's always the same link to get in. I don't change it because I want it to be easy and your computer will remember it after a while. So thank you. Have a beautiful night and hope to see you all on Friday. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.